for tuning into the conversation. With the Christian Women Alliance, where we build up and we undergird. I'm so excited to be here with my Build Up sisters today, and we thank you for continually to support and to just come be a part of our live and listening to us conversate about things that women wish that they could talk about. Again, we're just going to introduce our panel, and then we're going to dive right into this meaty topic, which is so needed, dealing with how do you handle betrayal and the effects of it. Because if you've ever encountered betrayal, there are some effects and some residue that is left. And how do you navigate through that and get to your place of purpose? I'll start to the left of me.
Good evening, everyone. I am Build Up Sister Brittany White.
Woo woo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Build Up Sister Irene.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Build Up Sister Tiana.
Hello, I am Lisa Watson.
Hello, everyone. I'm Build Up Sister Ida. Hey, everybody. I'm Build Up Sister LaDanya.
Good evening. I am Build Up Sister Tyra Johnson.
So again, we're surrounded by amazing build-up sisters, and tonight we thank you. We want to ask you to share. Make sure that people are tuning in, because we're getting ready to dive into this topic called betrayal. But before we can dive into betrayal, it's important to know the definition of betrayal. Yes. It's the violation or the breaking of trust. It can be with family, it can be with a leader, it can be with a spouse, it can be with an individual, a group, or an organization. The greatest biblical illustration of betrayal, most would say, was Judas with Jesus. Nobody would have expected the disciples to have among them someone who would betray Jesus. Jesus doing so much good, healing the sick, making sure that people are taken care of, showing signs, miracles, and wonders. But yet in his camp, he had someone who would, set him up for 30 pieces of silver. Wow. God, when you read about it, so the Bible even sets biblical precedents to let us know that we will encounter times where ultimate betrayals will take place. And so I'm just going to ask my sisters if they would just be transparent about betrayal. How do you handle betrayal? Because sometimes people are saying they're betrayed, and it's not even betrayal. Sometimes it's just, confrontation or being confronted in something. But then sometimes there are times where you have maybe shared, the depths of your heart with someone, and they've just smeared things all over, and you have to try to recover from that. Whoa. I'm trying to do something about that assassination betrayal. You can kind of deal with if it's somebody you don't know, but somebody you may have taken in the comforts of your home. I'll let you all go first, and then I'll tell mine. Go ahead. Anyone up for grabs about a betrayal situation?
Betrayal for me came in the form of family. And that really hurt to the core, because when you think of family, it's like, okay, this is bloodline, this is good, thick and thin, no matter what, we're always going to have each other. But it came in the form of a cousin, and some things went back and forth that shouldn't have. And it, for one, showed me who that person truly was, how they really felt about me. Because, they often say when you're angry, that's when you tell the truth. And words do hurt. You can't take them back once they're in the atmosphere. So for me, it was difficult, because being with family, you're always around them and you see them. So as I grew more in Christ, I had to confront that situation, because I would always run away from it because I didn't want to deal with it. And that kind of led to other situations that happened in my life. So I had to stop at one point and say, I need to deal with this. So we talked about it, and when we got down to it, it was so minor.
Wow.
But if we had not confronted that issue, the betrayal would have grew into something even bigger that didn't have to. And now we're, one of the best of friends. But, if we didn't have that, betrayal would have got the best of us, and we can't do that in the bloodline.
Wow. And so you felt like there was a violation or just a breaking. Anybody else mind sharing one of their encounters? Thank you, Melissa.
I'll speak on betrayal from my standpoint. Came from leadership in the church.
Okay.
The people that you expect to cover you, the people you expect to love you, when you're giving all of you to what you believe in them, and then the betrayal comes. It definitely took the power of God, the authority of God, His very essence for me to forgive and to get myself on track, just because of who it was.
Wow. Okay, so that's a powerful point too. Thank you. So sometimes can we say, or let's dialogue about it. When is it betrayal? Is it who it is? Does it matter who it is, or is betrayal anyone? Or does it have to be someone that's significant to you?
I believe it has to be someone significant to you.
Okay.
It must be.
And that causes the most hurt.
I
Okay.
think it can be anyone. I just think that the ones that closest to you will be the most hurt behind it. But I think you don't have to necessarily have a strong relationship with someone for them to betray you. But it definitely hurts the most when it's someone near and dear to you.
Gotcha. So is it what makes the relationship close if it's not a family? If it's a friend, how do we get ourselves in those situations where we're sharing those things with people who can't be trusted? How do we get ourselves in that situation? Do our discernment click? I know sometimes with me, I can see red flags, but I'll still kind of dive in and give it the benefit of the doubt. But the whole time I'm seeing a whole trail, and I'm thinking, well, maybe this is not like that. Maybe I'm just imagining this, or maybe this is the effect of a relationship I had before, and I'm trying to bring these things up. You know, sometimes we can expand things bigger in our mind than what's really going on. Have you ever put a plot together, not even knowing all the information? You know, and I think this is why they said it, and I think this is why they did it, and this, you know, because you have been. To me, that's one of the effects of betrayal. It almost makes you like a detective. Right. That you're just, you know, you're trying to, you know, what did that really mean? Right. You know, did they because that you sometimes put yourself in a vulnerable situation, and then, you know, with family, as Build Up Sister Fink said, and then Build Up Sister Tyra's talked about, you know, church, you know, leaders, people that you confined in. Oftentimes I find as women either will hold back or will pour it all out. Depending upon how comfortable we are. Have you ever just got with somebody and just poured it all out and then got in the car and was like, you know what? Okay, you're like, dang, I didn't need, but you needed that moment of release. But at that point, you're not sure
What they gonna do with
if
it?
you release to the right person,
Yes.
how it's going to be viewed, or will it ever be used
Against
against
you.
you?
That's a good point, because once you've been violated, and that disloyalty has come to you, even when you feel comfortable and you do that pour out, it always leaves you still in an uncomfortable place, because you are always wondering, are they sure with me?
Yeah.
Are they authentic with me? Where are they really with me?
Yeah.
So that's always a part of your mind. That's always a part of your heart, until Holy Spirit comes in and brings a deliverance even to you.
Understood. That's powerful. Wow. So even when we've been betrayed, even though we're not the person betraying, we still are going to need a deliverance because we're the one affected by the betrayal. Ooh, that's a deep breath right there. Wait a minute.
Yes.
You didn't even do the damage, but because the damage has been done to you, you now need deliverance, because now you're operating, I guess, sometimes probably in a place of just not total trust, or maybe even offense, because you've just been violated so much. So when we look at disloyalty, that's one of the big words I saw under betrayal. Let's define loyalty, because have you ever just expected someone to be loyal to you because you were just loyal to them, and you don't even think it's something that has to be explained?
But it does, because your loyalty may not be my loyalty.
Wow. So okay, so it does have to be explained. What is loyalty? What is loyalty? What is loyalty? And how loyal should we be?
To me, loyalty is putting it all out there and respecting you enough that I'm holding this for dear life.
Okay.
That no matter what come or go, I'm holding this.
Mhm.
And as a friend, as a family member, I don't ever expect to hear it again unless it's coming out of my own mouth.
Wow, that's good.
And I think loyalty as well, especially like when it comes to friendship, is you're gonna be the same person with me that you would be around someone else. You're not gonna be a different way. Or like Lisa said, if I tell you something, or you know something about me, or you get around people that particularly maybe don't like me or not my friends,
Oh, we're going
that
somewhere.
you're not
Rick.
going
Yes.
somebody else.
Yeah, okay.
That's loyal.
Okay, wow. Okay, so let's
Ooh.
deal with that
Ooh.
piece right there. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Say that one more time, Brittany.
That you're gonna be the same person with me that you will be around somebody that particularly may not care for me.
Okay.
That you're gonna have my best interest at heart.
Talk louder. Okay, we're gonna talk louder. I'm sorry. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I'm getting it go. Okay, let's deal with that. Can you be loyal with people if you're hanging with people who don't like me? Can you be? Because that's the thing I wrestle. Have you? Okay, can we really be real? Have you ever had somebody? I mean, just tell you stuff about somebody, and then you see them with the same people that they told you all this stuff about, and then they switch on you, and you standing there like, but we supposed to be friends. What am I supposed to do with this? How do I recover from it? And that's why I think the violation becomes in the breaking trust, because you like, if you do that, then what will you do to me? You know, and I think as women, we have to be really, because I see it amongst women a lot of times, and even if somebody's your good friend, somebody's your good friend, I don't care if they're your bestest, but me and you friends.
Right.
You shouldn't just,
Switch up.
we always sit at the table together. Your BFF here, now I got to sit over here. It's questions. Okay, when people show you who they are, yeah, you're so right. When people show you who they are, believe
them.
But it's hard. Okay, I'm be talking for me. Sometimes it's hard to believe because you want relationships. I
People
don't.
dress up fake so well.
Oh wow!
They
Say
dress-
that again.
People
Dress up
dress
fake.
up fake so well.
Gotcha.
So well.
And you don't want people to switch up, and you can feel when they switched up.
Yeah.
Can't you feel when they?
Yes.
You be like, what did I miss the memo?
Right.
But how do we? And it's easy for us to. Okay, let's be honest. We've been on both sides. I probably, if we're honest,
Yes.
we've been the ones who someone switched up on us, and at some season, maybe with growth now, we've been the one that switched up on somebody. Let's talk about it. Come on. What are we? Have anybody ever been the one that's? Okay, now y'all never switched up on them.
I have.
That's
I have.
awesome.
I
Okay,
have.
y'all are mighty. Y'all are amazing. Never in your life. Never in your life. Never in your life. That's good. My growth stages. Now sitting here now I can say that, but as I was growing, I switched because I didn't know who I was dealing with. So I felt like I had to protect myself and to become whatever was needed at that moment to survive. And that's how I can recognize it in others. And I don't take it personally. I say I can't even get offended. They trying to figure out just where, because even sometimes when you come in a room can already be divided before you get there.
That's
Yes.
right.
And you can love everybody in the room, but the room is already divided. And so when you come in, you have to make some choices. Have you... Y'all gonna talk to me. Y'all gonna talk to me. Y'all gonna talk to me. The room is...
Even though I have not necessarily, that's just not my personality.
Understood.
But I have been in arenas
Mhm.
and have been treated as such.
Wow.
One of the things I try to pride myself in is not allowing someone else's mindset, heart, actions to penetrate me to where I respond like them. Because then if you're not careful with that, you become disloyal. You become the one that, betray. Even if it's just the fact of I'm not speaking to them today. So I think that's imperative that you it comes from a healthy place within yourself. But then that also comes in that place of deliverance, from being delivered and learning how to allow Holy Spirit to really deliver you from that.
Amen. So when you're loyal, if you know people don't like someone who you're friends with, should you confront it? And everyone is quiet.
I think when you are friends with somebody that they don't like, you just put yourself in situations where you don't bring them around that particular person. So if I was friends with Deacon Ida right here, and I know she didn't like Brittany, I wouldn't even bring her around her to have that type of situation arise at all.
But should we be having those situations as women?
We should not, but they do arise. And one of the things is, I don't know if I would try to pay so much attention to not having them around. Again, I think my personality would be like, y'all have an issue, and we kind of like resolve this because it's making me uncomfortable because I feel like I'm in the middle.
Understood.
But I think things are just gonna happen,
Understood.
and that we have to learn how to deal with them effectively.
Okay. So betrayal is disloyal. How do we become loyal, and how do we make sure that those who we're putting around us, that they're loyal? Okay. Because when I look at loyal, let's say for instance, I'm buying all my T-shirts from Build Up Sister Lisa. I'm a loyal. We got a relationship. Then all of a sudden I show up in the room with another bling T-shirt on. Do you think she's gonna have a problem?
She may.
She may. If I'm loyal and we have a relationship, do I owe her an explanation? Because what we're taking on now is, this is the spirit now. I don't owe nobody no explanation. Well, if we're in covenant, we've been doing, the way my mind is kind of trained to think, I look on all angles. And I say, if I've been doing this with her this long, and I come in here with like this, I need to kind of let her know what's up.
Yeah.
So that she don't even have no problems in her mind with where we're going.
That's right.
But I think sometimes we don't think on those angles. Am I making this? That's like I'm sitting by you,
That's
and
right.
you do custom skirts, and I'm coming to you, and I'm your build up sister, and then I pop in this joint. I mean, it's because we have relationship, because we talk, because we together. Am I making sense? It's gonna be. Part of you would be like, well, why you ain't come to me? Why you didn't? Y'all talk to me. Am I far-fetched?
I think a big part of that plays with the character of a person. Like, if I know you're wishy-washy, then I know where I stand with you. But I know, if you're bold and you're upfront and you tell me, hey, I'm doing this, that, and the third, then I know, that we have that relationship. But character plays a big part in relationships and friendships. So I think if you are saying, this is how I am, this is how it is, then I think everybody pretty much has an understanding of
Okay.
what's around.
So thank you. So being straight up, being transparent, and being, I guess, consistent in our relationships. And then, as Builder Sister Bree said, we're not with each other switching up, but my yays are yays and no's are no's. And if I did that, there's a reason. And then I'm gonna respect you because of the relationship we have, and say, hey, this is why I did what I did. If we're in relationship, because I'm talking about being in relationship, it's the difference with someone that I associate with versus somebody I have covenant with.
Right.
I consider, you all we're in covenant. I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
Yes.
But would it be that because, now I understand, you have covenant business-wise, covenant friendship-wise, covenant sisterhood-wise, but why would it have to be that because you came in with another bling shirt that you're automatically considered as a betrayal?
Not betrayal, but I believe that when we're dealing with loyalty, I hope she wouldn't think I betrayed her because it's a T-shirt.
Or unloyal. What? I mean,
Well,
I just think for the peace of mind of the person, if I'm going to you consistently, and if we have that covenant, I think peace of mind for our friendship that I'm gonna tell you. So when I walk in, because people judge, people talk. So for someone else to be around you and plant that seed, she got a T-shirt from such and such, to plant that, and then you begin to have doubt. Whereas if I've already told you that hey, I got this T-shirt from such and such. So when you see me in it, you're not surprised. And if someone says something around you, it doesn't affect how you feel about me. So I think it's just a respect thing as well. I mean, we've been consistent, so just put that person on so they're not surprised or feel out of place when you do show up with it.
That's good. Both angles are good. What happens when the person is not always approachable, but you're in a covenant relationship, friendship? Oh, someone take that.
Why we in covenant with someone we can't approach?
Yeah.
Oh, say that louder. Say that, but say that
good.
louder.
Why are we in covenant with someone we can't approach?
Wow. But a lot of times we're in situations with people that we can't what?
Approach.
Why? Why, y'all?
Is it that we can't approach them, or what's happening that's making you feel that person is unapproachable?
What is happening? Relationships work, but people have to be willing to work with them.
That's
You
right.
will have a conversation. If you care about the relationship, the hard part is the recovery process of how you can trust again. Y'all better talk to her. You have to remember, if you say something to someone, there's always a possibility of it being repeated. Wow. Loyalty is, even if you and I stop being friends, I'm going to keep your secret. Okay. Woo, now that's
good.
Ooh,
That should be a given.
it should, but oftentimes people start hitting below the belt.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, like it depends on the maturity of the friend. Right?
Right.
Because have you ever? Well, you
Yes.
know what subliminals are coming out about you. You're like, Lord, they get ready to go there.
And it depends on what type of friendship you have, because it has been times when I had trusted and confided in someone, and just because I wasn't doing what they wanted me to do, or being who they wanted me to be, then they started pulling out the things that I shared with them personally.
Ooh.
So that's like, okay, you taking all my stuff and slinging it, but you know, with your faith in God, I was able to be like, okay, that don't really bother me, because I know what type of person I'm working with right now. But it hurts, because you like, why you slinging all the stuff that I confided in you with to try to hurt me, But just depending on what type of person you are, how much your faith in God is, it's gonna either affect you or it's not. You either gonna retaliate or you're not.
Wow. So what are violation points? What are just we just don't do these. These are no-nos.
You don't tell secrets.
Okay. Don't tell secrets. Okay. Other violation points?
Confront when there's an issue. Don't let it prolong and then want to play these guessing
yes.
games. Like, what is wrong?
Absolutely.
Tell me if something's bothering you. Communicate.
Thank you. Other violation points, like things that define that, hey, this is a betrayal point, this is a disloyal point. We don't do this. Violation.
I think another violation is if I decide to approach you, don't try to be so demanding when I'm just trying to share what I felt like what happened.
Okay.
And you try to be, you try to take ownership of putting the blame all on like the other person,
Understood.
or you don't want to take ownership of the stuff you did. Okay, we both did something. Just take ownership of what you did, and don't try to be so demanding when somebody else is coming to approach you to say, okay, this is what I didn't agree with what happened between the two of us.
Okay. Anyone else? I think stealing people's ideas is a violation.
That's a big violation.
That if I came to you as a sister and I shared with you my next move and what I'm getting ready to do, and then you step out there and do it before me, that's a violation.
Yes,
Let's talk.
violation.
That's big.
Come on. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. The big, the big. I was like, well, maybe I'm petty. But to me, that's a big
That is
violation. If you sat here and shared with me everything you're getting ready to do, and then I think it's also a violation if I disclose something about me personally that I'm struggling with, and you share it with someone else. It's a violation if you try to make a pass at my husband.
That's a double violation.
Absolutely.
I mean, but things like that, or if, or you talk to my spouse, in a curt way. Isn't that a violation? I mean, we're friends, but you can't talk to him like I talk to him. What just happened?
Right.
Right.
But you will have people that get so comfortable that they start, is it a violation, with your kids? Like, how far people can go with your children? I mean, y'all talk to me, please.
There is a violation. There's a violation with my children. I established that early on as a leader in the church. Is don't expect something out of my children that you wouldn't expect out of yours, because mine are children just like yours are. There is definitely a violation when it comes to my man. And no, I mean, and it has, like you say, it will happen. It has happened. And most of the time I would back up because some people are not aware that they, come off the way that they do. Some women may address their husband in a different manner that you do not address yours. And you may have to say, back up, because that's not yours.
Thank you. What would be a violation that would be too much for like a group or organization? Okay, let me go to my questions. Instead of finding or assessing fault, just accept responsibility for your part without excuses. Okay. Actually, you have to have a discerning eye and, yes, look at it from all dimensions. I believe that loyalty is the key. Opportunities and opportunists. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Thank you. People sometimes will use you for where you can take them. They will leave you once they get there. So I believe in taking them knowing what they are planning to do. Okay? So in relationships, we have to know when we have someone that, opportunities and an opportunist. Let's look at those two things. Whoa. Okay. Anyone?
I can say I've been in situations with starting my business where people will approach me just to get like, well, can you help me with this? Just got like little general questions. Then next thing you know, it's like they're priming you really because they're actually trying to take your idea, like you said.
Women supporting women, CWA. Women supporting women, CWA.